freshly cut watermelon, I have some potential breaking news for you. Just in, the stablecoin issuer Circle Internet considering an IPO for 2024. Look what I said. You asked for a crypto exit signal. Well, baby cake, baby doll, and butterscotch biscuits, you got one here. You want a reason to dump? The bug eaters are telling you we're going to get retail in to buy the top of this. And you're probably wondering, how do we know they're bug eaters? Look no further than August 2022, my friends. I made this post. Okay, I have a friend out there called CryptoFace, Mr. Cookie. Now, Cookie, okay, as you see him actually right here. Wow, Mr. Cookie, how did I know? All right, here we go. Mr. Cookie. Mr. Cookie was out there doing something in the world. Look what I said. What should you think about USDC and its founder? This was in August 2022, friends. I said 2 years ago, my friend CryptoFace did a 2-hour stream and it was rainy and it was thundering. Halfway, he literally just goes silent for 10 minutes and then he lets out a large burp. And he just yelled, "Never trust a man with bug eyes." Okay? I wrote it down. I wrote it down because when someone gives you wisdom, you write this stuff down. You understand that? All right? Volume 23. You never trust a man with bug eyes. To my surprise, the CEO of Circle, Jeremy, has bug eyes. Okay? He is a bug eater himself. You understand that? But in my follow-up tweet, friends, this is from August. Literally, how long is this? Like 7 months later, I posted this picture that USDC then depegged. And I put a king crown on USDT. Jim Cramer was bearish on Tether, by the way. Yes. And this was as it was depegging. Now, as we saw, it depegged even way harder than this. Crazy. So here we are. The CEO of Circle. Yes, let's get an IPO out, eh? Interesting, it's 2024. Let me tell you something, friends. Are you a butterscotch biscuit with a straight back? Yes, you are. Everyone used to know you release to dump on retail the year after the Bitcoin halvening, not in the Bitcoin halvening. You see, nothing big ever happened in the Bitcoin halvening years. If you go back in history, it was never the Bitcoin halvening year. It was the year after it. 2020 Bitcoin halvening year was always the year after it. It was 2016 Bitcoin halvening, all the big stuff came after it. You understand? We're getting our Bitcoin halvening around April 2024. Friends, it's just adding a higher probability that we're going to get scammed. You see? It's crazy. I don't want to see this, but I'm just telling you, I'm not closing my eyes. I'm not going to apologize. I'm like, man, you guys are really increasing the probability that we're going to get bonked with a super aggressive bull and then a, we went too fast bear. I hope that bear is shortened. I don't know. I hope the higher target hits. Man, I really want to be wrong, friends. I'm just telling you the only secret to markets is positioning. Everybody is positioned for a giant 2024. You can feel it. You can smell it. You can see it. You can touch it. I'm going to give you some laser beat cranks. Enjoy them. Positioning. The IPO. Don't forget, we are looking for signals. We can see them coming a long way away. Do you think that this is not accidental? You think this is accidental? Oh, let's just launch in the year of the Bitcoin halving. They're doing it for a reason. It's to raise the most amount of money. It's when they can predict and suck in all the amount of people coming in. Mr. Coco, friend of the channel, said, sooner than we thought, huh? Yes, this is exactly it. It is coming sooner. I know you like coming, family friendly show. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or... Man, why couldn't you just hold off, man? Why couldn't you give us the Roca Negra ETF? Why couldn't you give it to us in 2025? It would have been so much easier, but we'll see. I've got to remind you, the Coinbase IPO was here. This was the altcoin top. most altcoins topped out on the Coinbase IPO with Bitcoin around here, this zone. You understand this? This zone. So the Coinbase IPO was at top. Just look, I don't know how many times I got to tell everyone this. The Coinbase IPO was the top here. Smack. They launched a futures ETF for Bitcoin here. Smack. Have you noticed? Big, politically exciting news media events on the good side mark the tops. They mark the tops. They are the top. They're not good entries. They're exits. That's why you got to take advantage of real DeFi. Contrarian, deep value, undervalued, cheap. PulseX. See, look, man. If PulseX does 10x from day one sacrifice, most people are going to call it a failure. Not me. No, I'm not going to call it a failure. This is PulseX chart. This is Pulse chart. This is PulseX. I don't care. If we do a 10x from day one sag, I don't really care what you think. I'm telling you. That's 50x from today, by the way. $100 put in here, if we hit the target, ends up with $5,000 every clip. I think that's pretty good. That's a good deal to me. While everybody else is begging for more than a 3x. Buying the depression, selling the euphoria. This is a very sexy gift. Whoa, look at the lightning moves. Zippity zappity. That's exactly what we're here for, okay? Mr. Corey Meatballs, friend of the channel, saying that's not a failure at all. That's actually fantastic, all right? That's it, you know? Mr. Zen Georgie also asking, what about a 20x? Is that considered a failure? Now, just want to explain to you, by the nature of markets and how they work, every single thing is a failure because it never meets the crowd's expectations on the upside. Now, you might say, hey, in the first 2 cycles of crypto, it was different. Yeah, it was. That's the first 2 cycles. We all know crypto's here to make money. Back then, they believed in the tech more. There were less people with charts and understanding of the fundamentals and network effects and all the money coming in and out. Now, they just knew there was buzz, but didn't have all the information sources around. There was more emotional money, and there was much thinner liquidity. There's always a reason to blame, though, if it doesn't work out. So, for example, if PulseX only hits a 10x above day one sack, people will say, well, if it wasn't for the corrupt SEC, we would have done 100x. So, people will just move the goalposts. I'm just telling you to prepare in case it happens in the future. What if Circle marks the top? I just told you. What if they mark the top? 2024. What if the crowd is wrong? I made this post. I made many videos. A lesson on how wrong the crowd can be. According to surveys done, most PulseX people expected, I mean PulseX, by the way, friends, of course, Pulse and PulseX did all of them. We expected it to be 10x higher than day one sacrifice by the 6-month mark. All right. What happened instead? 6-month mark, day 180, 80% lower. So the difference between where we expected and where it is minus 98%. So people thought they were going to have $100,000. Okay, so they put in 10K. They thought they were going to have 100K, but they only have $2,000 now. Do you see that difference? Remember that difference. The crowd is wrong. The crowd always gets things wrong. They're right sometimes from time to time when they're right in the middle, when the ball gets rolling in the middle, they are right in the middle, but you don't really care about the middle. You care about the extremes and the targets. We care about what's the bottom going to be in the bear market, what's the top going to be in the bull market. They're the only things that really, really matter. Everything else in between is almost random. The crowd's always wrong at the extremes. It's a game of speculation, and it comes down to positioning. When you see big targets, it means the weak hands are already in. The weakest of weak hands are already in. Why? It's because they need the big targets. Do you see? They need them now. And I've drawn this as a joke. Look at this. This hockey stick to the moon. We're not getting that, friends. We're not getting that. But look at this. PulseX has a nice buy and burn. It's beautiful. Every day you wake up, it ticks up more. There's buy pressure. We boost the whole ecosystem. But it's going to take time to compound. And PulseX needs to do a 5x to get back to break even from day one sec. So look, man, that's why you're friends. That's why you watch me. I can just draw hockey sticks to the moon all day. And I can create carefully crafted surgical precision, fundamental analysis, balance sheets, and tell you exactly the expected growth, toggle the numbers. I can do all that, but I don't really give a damn. You know why? Because I'm here to win. All right? Winning views ain't good enough. You understand? Selling hopium ain't good enough. I'll do the research, here to win. I know as we go up to day one sack, people are going to then talk about the 1000x target. Why? It's because the people who are all the weakest hands who get in here, they need the 1000x target, don't they? Because they didn't buy in the depression. They didn't even buy at day one sack. There are going to be those people later on. But unfortunately, it's so far below day one sack that even we're caught in that position now. Speaking of being caught in a position, do you want some $40 ChainLINK? Do ya? I've got some $40 link for ya. It's real. The Grayscale ChainLINK Trust. I want to ask this question. Who the is buying Link for $40? What is wrong with you? Whatever you're smoking, injecting or snorting, put it in a bowl and send some to me. Because whatever's compelling you to buy a $40 Link, I want to know. That must be really good. What's going on here? The boomers who don't know how to sign up to a crypto exchange, they are using their stock market broker to buy ChainLINK. Because they're like, oh, heard about this ChainLINK. You know, ChainLINK's one of those coins that just ends up in like random United Kingdom TV channels and like just random newspapers around. It's just like really obscure friends. Like it's like non-crypto people get into ChainLINK because they're like, they think it's more like smart or professional. It's the future or whatever, right? They're buying it. And there's only like $3 million of liquidity, I heard. Like the liquidity is tiny. They're still buying it. So they're all going to get wrecked. And it's just crazy. Like $40, man. Like none of them did their research. They're just like, hey, you know it's not $40, right? They don't know. They don't care. Buy it. Looks good. $40. You know they're thinking. You're thinking, who buys it even at 30, 40? It's people like, oh, I bet this can go to $100. Because that's what stock market boomers do. They dream of a 2x. They're like 40. Yeah, I can sell around 100. That's all they need. That's all they care about. The 2x gets them excited. 2x is plus 100%. When stonks are growing, plus 7% per year. I would like a ChainLINK ETF, please, so we can exit at $100. Will we exit at $100? I don't know. I want us to flip XRP. That's the goal. On one hand, I want to trade the chart. On the other hand, I'm like thinking, man, look, it is a national hate crime that Link has a lower market cap than XRP. Now, I know it's going to take time. XRP, you've got a bigger base, XRP community, XRP army, but it just, you do nothing, man. You forked Uniswap. That's the best technology you've got. To fork Uniswap, really? Fake DeFi Uniswap. You forked the real DeFi version of it. I mean, good on you, but really? This is one of those things where I'm going to look back and we're going to go, wow, all we have to do was hold. I have a feeling it's going to be like that. That's why I'm still holding out. But a lot of people are going to say, wow, so obvious. You know, what was ChainLINK doing all the way down there? That's exactly what they're going to say when the big fat green candles come. But I've got to remind you, once again, I'm not looking at Link USD. I don't care. $10, $13, $15, $20. I don't give a damn. I care about Link ETH. Okay. Link versus Ethereum is what we're here for. All right. I'm here for the big daddy. All right. Give me that sweet, sweet, sweet euphoric candle. I want something like that. And fingers crossed, maybe PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex are still cheap as this goes up. All right. Now, it'll be pretty hard. It's got to make some big moves. This is going to take a long time, friends. But you never know. Sometimes you get lucky with these. Sometimes one of your cores kills it so you can rotate into another. But you got to be careful with that because then naturally you'll be selling the winner to go buy something that's not moving. And most of the time it doesn't work out. So you're going to have to be careful. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all to your mom and dad. Don't buy $40 Link. You can get it for $13. Catch you soon.